Is trim supported on RAID 0 configurations for SSD drives in Windows 7? I know this question has probably been asked at some point in the past, but I am trying to figure out if Windows 7 supports passing trim commands through RAID controllers yet. I am trying to decide between buying a single SSD drive and utilizing trim or buying 2 SSD drives and putting them in RAID 0 configuration. What is the fastest current configuration I can set up? I want my development machine to be blazing fast. Kronos wants an update on this. I'm looking to see if there's an update on this, as I currently have a RAID 0 setup with 2 SSD drives. Will a trim-supported SSD in RAID 0 array correctly pass the trim command?
As of right now, no RAID controllers I know of are passing trim commands down to connected SSDs.
Edit: for some systems, Intel now supports passing the trim command to SSDs in RAID 0. The requirements are: a 7 series motherboard and 6 series chipsets are unfortunately not supported. Intel's Rapid Storage Technology (RST) for RAID driver version 11.0 or greater, 11.2 is the current release. To Windows 7 or Windows 8 support is forthcoming. Some Intel storage controllers will pass trim to SSDs when the controller is in RAID mode and some hard drives are RAIDed. However, at the moment, the SSDs must not be in RAID in order to receive trim. This will also depend on the specific SSDs you plan to buy. OnonTech recently compared the performance of 2 x40GB Intel X25V SSDs in RAID 0 to other, non-RAID SSDs. The sequential write and aligned random write speeds are improved, but there are still better single SSD options available, which will not suffer from the loss of trim. Update: for Windows 7, I cannot find any evidence that SSDs in hardware or software RAID 0 will accept trim. Intel Rapid Storage Technology has been updated from version 9.6 to 10.1, but does not add this feature. Nevertheless, this might be possible using software RAID with BTRFS and Linux. As I understand it, hardware RAID controllers do not pass the trim command to its disks. BTRFS deals with the disk directly, supports trim, and supports RAID. I have seen no explicit mention of being able to combine RAID and trim support using BTRFS with independent disks, so I'm asking, when BTRFS is in RAID mode, does it still pass the trim commands to the SSD? If trim is enabled, then yes, it should.
Trim still does not seem to be supported on RAID, whether software or hardware or level 0 or more, and it also seems that Microsoft is not to blame in this case. From Intel Rapid Storage Technology. Is there trim support for RAID configurations? Intel registered trademark symbol Rapid Storage Technology 9.6 supports trim in ARCHI mode and in RAID mode for drives that are not part of a RAID volume. A defect was filed to correct the information in the help file that states that trim is supported on RAID volumes. For the current Intel Rapid Storage Technology version 10, the article What features are supported on each IDO controller hub, ICH, still mentions trim support in Windows 7 *, in ARCHI and RAID mode for drives not part of a RAID volume. The article Software RAID LVM trim support on Linux confirms this fact for Linux, but offers a workaround that conserves trim and has the same effect as RAID 0, but without using RAID.
As an aside, you can find out if trim is working by starting CMD and entering. A result of 0 indicates it is.
Out of the